And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, it is the beginning of a new week. We're finally over, or nearly over, this international break. We are starting to get to the other side in the lead up, of course, to the weekend as Rangers take on Hibernian as Scottish Premiership football does resume once again. Again, look, we're coming into the run and this is going to be the most important period of our campaign to date. There is no room for error. There is no margin for error. There is two old firm games to do. There's the post-split fixtures to take care of. There's Scottish Cup semi-finals, and this is where champions are crowned. This is winners pick up their medals in this period. This is why it's so important for Rangers. And as stated, we need to hit that ground running come this weekend as we do take on Hibernian in the Scottish Premiership at Ibrox. Of course, the 2-week period has been very slow for Rangers news. It really has. There's not been much, hence why I went 2 days without uploading. And to be fair, I probably wasn't going to upload a video today, but there was a bit of drama within Scottish football, and propelled Rangers have the Scottish football on the ropes, and they can't stand us winning or anything to do with Rangers. We'll get to that in a bit later, but as stated, we want the meltdown to continue across Scottish football, and we need to win this trophy, this Scottish Premiership trophy, most importantly. But yeah, really looking forward to that. As the week goes on, guys, we'll probably get a bit more updates with regards to how our squad have come through, who's returning, who's been injured on international duty. Obviously, we updated yesterday in regards to Ridvan Yilmaz that he's returned, so it doesn't look like good news on that front. But we have had a lot of players been missing. We were primarily running on fumes in the second or the most recent part just before this international break. A load of players out, so here's hoping now that the international break is over. This 2-week period has performed as a bit of a stopgap and allowed players to return. I'm talking to the likes of Todd Camwell getting fully fit again, Abdallah Sima again. He's another player that I think can have a real good impact, and there's plenty more players that have been on the sidelines as well that can make an impact. Now again, Rangers were technically in action yesterday. Now again, I'm not really a follower of women's football personally. Sorry to say, I know sometimes can come across as a bit unwoke, but just personally, I'm not really a fan of it. However, I did see, obviously, the Rangers women win the Sky Sports Cup yesterday. And of course, this game was played at Tynecastle. Now, it was such a freaking interesting thing on social media. Everybody going into meltdown because of an image. Yes, obviously, as you can see in the image above, the Rangers women basically put the badge over the Hearts emblem in the dressing room for the final. And as stated, a lot of Hearts fans, I'm not saying every Hearts fan, but a lot of people went into complete meltdown on social media, which I didn't really think that Hearts would actually come out and provide a statement as they did. And I had to actually double check the account about 3 or 4 times to make sure it was the real one. But Hearts released a club statement. They went, Heart of Midlothian Football Club aware images circling of the Tynecastle Park home dressing room today at the Sky Sports Cup final. Although the club hands over the running of the stadium on the day to the competition organisers, the SWPL, we were involved with pre-match planning. We would therefore like to assure our supporters that we did not approve any request for dressing room branding in either dressing room for either club involved. It's extremely disappointing to learn that our wishes were disregarded. How this came to be in a matter for the SWPL and Rangers to sort. But needless to say, no explanation will be satisfactory in our eyes or the eyes of our fans. Nevertheless, we'll demand answers to ensure that our club crest is never defaced again. It's also regrettable that this action has taken away the focus from what was a successful final and another opportunity to grow women's football in Scotland. Guys, I'm laughing reading this. Defacing an emblem in the... It was a bath mat. It's like these things are like literal mats that you just take on the road and they just stuck it anywhere. They're like making out we just stuck the badge across the thing. But when you go to a neutral venue, wherever it's be, when we were out in Seville, for instance, for argument's sake, that's Sevilla's stadium that was hosting a final, was a neutral ground. And we had the brandings within our changing rooms. We had branding around their stadium because it was a neutral venue. It's taking away the aspect of who the football club is. It wasn't, yes, it was in Seville, but it was nothing to do with Sevilla as a football club. It was a neutral ground to play a final. And of course, we had our branding to make it like that. All finals are like that. You can look anywhere. I think pictures of when West Ham were in Prague, they had their badges and emblems there everywhere. You know, Hampden's the same, Wembley's the same for the FA Cup, and anything is the same in a cup final where it's used as a neutral ground. It's always the case that they always bring their branding. But Hearts have kind of embarrassed themselves here and stated that Rangers defaced their badge. I'm telling you now, it's not even a sticker, it's a mat. It's like this mat thing that you just carry around. You don't chuck it away. You just put it on top of something. So someone just put it on top of there. It was no, the making out was we defaced the area. Rangers defaced it. It's just a complete embarrassment, really. And because it wouldn't have happened to any other club, really. No one really would have barked anything. If it was an Adrionians badge, of course, they were in a final the other day there. Say, for instance, it was an Adrionians badge or Matt Hearts on the middle of the Hearts badge. Nobody would have cared. Nobody would have cared. It's because it's Rangers. Everyone cares when it's Rangers. Everybody hates Rangers. They do, and they can't stand to see Rangers win, and that's why I can't wait to win this league title, or want us to win this league title and do a treble, because the whole of Scottish football will genuinely go into a meltdown. It's not just that, but it was hilarious, and Hearts have really embarrassed themselves. And I actually was reading through some of the comments on there, and some of the Hearts fans, of course, it's not all the Hearts fans, but they were like, I can't believe my club has actually put out a statement with regards to this, because it's absolutely embarrassing defacing a badge. It's like a piece, it's a mat. It's like taking your bath mat somewhere. It's like a mat that you just pick up and put down. It's not even a sticker. It was just hilarious anyway. And it's just because it was Rangers. As I said, if it was Adrionians, if it was freaking Kilmarnock for that matter, there would have not been a blowout like that. And it was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I must say, as stated, I'm not a fan of women's football, but I'm a fan of Rangers. And whilst I didn't watch the game, congratulations to them on winning the Sky Sports Cup. And yeah, keeping up with the traditions, and hopefully that's not the only, the last bit of silverware we see the club lift this season. Of course, we've got 2 more trophies to compete for in terms of the men's team, so really looking forward to that. But as you guys can see, it's a video to have a laugh. It's funny. We've got them on strings, Scottish football on strings in general. And I'm hoping this week, actually, there comes some news, because I've been quite bored having a few days off, actually, and not talking about Rangers. So I'm hoping something emerges over the next couple of days. If not, then I'll probably see you a bit later on in the week, guys. But if you do want to get some merchandise, some Rangers t-shirts in time for the season starting, the run-in, do check it out, rfcclothing.com. Link is down there in the description. Or as stated, just type in rfcclothing.com. We've got so many variations of t-shirts, and more designs are coming very, very soon. We're trying to do monthly drops when we can. So do check out the collection, guys. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.